my name is Goldman. I'm the Director of Finance of Goldman & Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues. Please subscribe to our channel. Today I want to talk about domestic violence and the interplay between domestic violence and custody. A lot of people have misconceptions about the role domestic violence plays and custody, in that they think if my ex has multiple domestic violence cases, I'm automatically going to get the custody. I even had one person say, do I even have to go to court for this? Isn't it automatic? The answer is no, it's not automatic. Usually, by the way, people who have domestic violence situations now might well have had it in the past, might well have had it when the parties were together. So what happened? The parties are together, there's domestic violence going on in the household, maybe on one part, maybe on both parts. So did this person refrain from ever having the child be with the father because of some domestic violence? He got into a fight with Uncle Dave, and now all of a sudden she won't let her kid around him? Is that what she did then? And if she didn't do it then, now she wants to do it? So you got to look at it very carefully. I would say this: if there's domestic violence directed to the children, that's going to weigh very heavily in the court's custody determination. There's no question about it. Remember, there's a dozen factors involving the court, how the court analyzes in order to determine custody. A dozen factors that go to best interest of the child. Domestic violence is one. There are 11 other factors. So the presence of domestic violence in and of itself doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get custody. Now, like I said, it might be, the factors are unevenly weighted. If there's a very heavy influence of domestic violence, it could impact the custody decision, particularly if the domestic violence is directed to the children. But the court, you have to understand, the court knows this, though. Whenever there's a domestic violence and the police come, it could be a lot of things. It could be a neighbor heard an argument, so they call the police. And it could be that both of you were, shoving each other. And maybe he got taken away, because in that situation, they're going to take someone away, and they take him away. And the court realizes that just because that happened doesn't mean that he's got a bigger quotient regarding domestic violence than you do. You see, the court understands how these things work. So every case is different. Obviously, if someone has a long history of domestic violence, that could play a different role as well. The short answer, therefore, to the inquiry is domestic violence in and of itself does not necessarily mean that one person will get custody and one won't. There are factors that have to be taken into account. If you have questions about how it impacts your custody situation, of course, reach out and we'll be glad to help you out.